During the beginning of training camp, the LA Rams had 36 rookies on their roster. All 14 rookies they drafted made the final 53-man roster, and they have 5 more on their practice squad. 26.4% of this Rams team is rookies, and somehow Sean McVay has been able to will this team to a 3-3 record with only having a negative 19-point differential in all 3 of their losses combined. They kept it into the fourth quarter with San Francisco in week 2 and only lost by 7. Did the same thing with Cincinnati in week 3 and only lost by a field goal. And 2 weeks ago took on the reigning NFC champs and took it down to the wire, losing 23-14. And the Eagles will be the first to tell you it was a lot closer than it looked. And the Rams left so much left in the tank. Just this past Sunday, McVay led the Rams to an impressive second half resurgence against the Cardinals and took the 26-9 victory. Sean McVay is arguably outdoing his coaching jobs from 2017, 2018, and 2021. He's getting rookies, second-year players, and players who weren't on the roster last year to buy in and play at a much higher level than expected. Everyone was counting out the Rams before the season started, and honestly, I wasn't expecting much either. The funny thing is, this has happened many times. The Jets in 2017 is a perfect example. They lost all of their talent from the previous 2 years, brought in a bunch of random free agents and rookies, and had Josh McCown as their starting quarterback. And everyone was expecting them to not even win a game. They only went 5-11, but they were so much more competitive in games they shouldn't have been competitive in. In week 1, the Rams came out swinging and shocked everyone, beating Seattle. Second-year running back Kyren Williams went off for 2 TDs, and he's been balling all season with 7 total. Puka Nacua took the NFL and your fantasy league by storm, and I regret not picking him up. I was really late to the waiver for some reason, and he's been tearing up the league. He broke the record for the most catches in his first 2 games, and then later on did it in his first 4 games. But before I get into the crazy play of Nacua and the other rookies, I want to look back at just 2 short years ago when this Rams team looked very, very different.
Pass. Caught. Got it. Touchdown. Burrow trying to keep it going. Gets spun down. Gets it away. And incomplete. It looked like P-Ron might have had a shot to make the grab, but the Rams now running down to celebrate with a defensive play.
And guess who?
Since this game, the Rams have gained a trophy, but also made the ultimate sacrifice. Players on this Super Bowl winning team who are no longer there include Von Miller, Jalen Ramsey, Odell Beckham, Sony Michel, Cam Akers, Robert Woods, Van Jefferson, Andrew Whitworth, David Edwards, Austin Corbett, Greg Gaines, Sebastian Joseph Day, A'Shawn Robinson, Leonard Floyd, Ogbo Okoronkwo, Taylor Rapp, Darius Williams, David Long, Nick Scott, Matt Gay, and Johnny Hekker. That's not even all of them either. There's a few more players the Rams lost, and it was a result of them making big-time trades and paying guys they believed in, but that came with big bucks. Sean McVay and Les Snead would 100% do it the same way if they had to go back, because it resulted them getting the biggest accomplishment in all of sports, a Super Bowl victory. But they would eventually have to face the music, which was the players who built this team from the ground up would eventually have to get paid, and the Rams would not be able to pay all of them. In the NFL, the truth is, it's a business first, and when it comes down to it, if you don't have the money, it's a lot harder to build the team you want if you don't spread it out the right way over the years. Now, the Rams only have Matt Stafford, Aaron Donald, Cooper Kupp, Tyler Higbee, Rob Havenstein, Ernest Jones, Troy Reader, Jordan Fuller, Bryson Hopkins, and Tutu Atwell left from that Super Bowl team just 2 years ago. There was no time to waste for McVay and the team as they went through a heavy Super Bowl hangover where the offensive line looked like they put 5 Verns from Stand By Me on an NFL field and told them to block for future Hall of Famer Matt Stafford. The offense couldn't do shit, and they were just a bad football team. Everyone thought they would be worse this year, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Starting with Puka Nacua, wide receiver out of BYU who was once a Washington Husky before transferring. His brother Kai Nacua also played college football at BYU before going undrafted in 2017, where he would find himself bouncing around the league. He played for the Browns, Ravens, Panthers, Colts, 49ers, and Jets. This year, he transferred to the USFL to play for the Michigan Panthers. As for Puka Nacua, he's absolutely turning heads and making the most of his opportunity. He leads the league in receptions with 50, and he's 4th in receiving yards with 598. Second-year DBs Kobe Durant, Darian Kendrick, Russ Yeast, and Quentin Lake have shown promising growth in that they're extremely capable of playing quality football for that defense. Kobe Durant had a great rookie year with 3 picks, and he hasn't played his best as of late, but he's definitely going to get better. Darian Kendrick has also been a bit of a mixed bag, but they're both young corners, and I anticipate them both growing as the season goes on. The addition of Ahkello Witherspoon has been paying dividends for the Rams as well, as he's racked up 2 big interceptions so far this season. Rookie edge rusher Byron Young has 3 sacks on the year and has been playing very good football along with other defenders on that front 7 like Kobe Turner and Ernest Jones. It hasn't been perfect. They are 3-3, but I think the second half of the Cardinals game this past Sunday shows everything that this team is about. The offense came out slow and were very inefficient on 3rd down. Once again, their defense sort of outperformed themselves too. They pitched a second half shutout while Matt Stafford and the offense woke up and punched in 20 more points. The one thing right now out of the comebacks from Matt Stafford and Cooper Kupp finally being back to themselves, the defense being better than everyone expected, the biggest thing that stands out and what's been making the absolute difference for this team has been the play of second-year running back Kyren Williams. If you really think about it, Sean McVay and the Rams haven't had a consistent running back since Todd Gurley pre-knee injury, and that was like 6 years ago. The Rams have been one of the worst rushing teams the past few years, and even though they didn't need it during the Super Bowl run, I can guarantee you a 35-year-old Matt Stafford will gladly welcome a good running game to the offense. Against the Cardinals, Kyren Williams racked up 158 yards on 20 carries and forced a whopping 7 missed tackles. Not only has the running game improved, but the offensive line has been playing at a very high level, and it shows. When you watch the Rams, Stafford looks comfortable in the play, and McVay looks comfortable in the play call. He's been able to spread the wealth to Kupp, Nacua, Atwell, Higbee, and Williams. This is by no means the best team Sean McVay has had, but it's definitely the most interesting and unexpected in a good way. I truly believe this team has their best games ahead of them with the return of Cooper Kupp. The young defenders will keep getting better, the running game will continue to open up more things for the pass, and Stafford will always be able to keep you in any game. Puka Nacua also couldn't have been a better fit for the Rams as well. He's probably on pace for the most impressive rookie season for a wide receiver in a long time. I don't know how long Stafford, Donald, or even McVay will want to continue their NFL careers, but by the looks of it, they might want to milk this for as long as they can because the young core they've brought in has surprisingly changed their franchise quicker than anyone would have thought. They got 1 Super Bowl with the Dream Team method, and it's something they'll never forget. They had to endure some rough off seasons and games where it looked like they'll never be the same again, but sometimes the right way is the hard way. And I don't think Matt Stafford and the Rams are done just yet.